got a new toy. This is the HSP X-Star Power Pro. This is a Nitro car. Nitros are actually probably my favourite type of RC. Like, I know everyone loves electrics now, but I honestly don't think anything can beat a Nitro. In terms of just pure fun and power, I think Nitros are the go-to. So this is the Pro model, so it's kind of an upgrade compared to the standard HSP on-road Nitros. Ooh. That's annoying. I might spin these around to make these pins a bit easier to take off, because these body clips, that one's not too bad to take off, but this one here, my fingers are too fat to get in there. So I might have to spin that around in the future. Oh well. So take the body off. Now, what makes this the special one, makes it better than the normal on roads, comes with a hump pack instead of just a normal battery pack. So to get this out, you literally unscrew these. Comes with a charger for this. I've already charged it up, just, you know. But it's also got aluminium upgrades on all of the parts, as opposed to your standard sort of Nitro of this. Paid 250 Australian for this one, so usually for around that price you're getting probably just this aluminium like cover here, and then the rest of it's usually just like plastic, and they break and they bend and they're not real flash sometimes, but I mean they still go. I still haven't broken my other Nitro yet, but it's basically on its way out, so since I bought this sort of to replace the old Nitro. But the only thing that you need to get out of the box is 8 AA batteries for these receivers. These little HSP receivers do take 8 batteries, which is, yeah, it's a lot, but I've never had to replace them in all the time I run any of my cars. So, alright, I'm gonna fuel it up and we'll give it a run in. I've actually not run this yet. I've kind of been putting off running it in because I kind of don't want to drive it because I just think it looks too damn nice, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, so the Nitro fuel that I like to use is this 25% mix from Nitro X. I've not had any problems with this. Higher percentage Nitro I find runs a lot better in most engines, so that's why I stick to it. All of my Nitro cars, I only run it on this brand at a 25% mix. So if you've never owned a Nitro before, your first Nitro will be your most expensive, because you'll need to buy fuel and you need to buy a glow starter. So what I actually did with my thing is you can get a Nitro starter pack. That'll come with glow starter, it'll come with all your sort of little wrenches that you need, and it'll come with obviously a little squeeze bottle to get your Nitro fuel in a lot easier than trying to just pour it directly out of the bottle. So I'm not sure about prices in other countries, but I usually spend about, for a 1 litre bottle like that, $20, but then you also have to pay dangerous shipping like fees or something. So usually you spend about $40 for a bottle of 1 litre Nitro. So I'm going to have to put the camera down because I'm not going to be able to fuel this up. Alright, so we're all fueled up now. As you can see, tank's full. We've even already primed it. So to prime the engine, to actually get it to run, put your finger just over the exhaust hole there, and then just pull your starter. Then you'll see the fuel will go through this little cable here, coming out of the bottom section, and it will actually go into the engine over here. Sorry about the weird camera angles, I can't find my tripod, so... Alright. We're gonna sit this down and we're gonna see how easily this wants to start for me. So, always hook up your receiver, make sure that's on. Ooh, that servo is pretty good actually. Alright, glow starter on, see if we can start it up easily. for me. Alright, just have to make sure I haven't flooded the engine doing that, so I'll just double check my engine real quick and then I'll put these back on. Okay, tightened up my glow plug a bit. I think that might have been the issue, it was a little bit loose, so let's give it another attempt. Okay, so we're just outside my recording area right now, and as you can hear, nitros are really bloody loud. So I don't know if you guys can actually see all of that smoke pouring out of that. So literally while running this in, I've done nothing different to what a normal nitro is to run in. I've done no process different. It's actually completely melted all inside the gearbox there, so I'm gonna have to get in contact with Hobby Warehouse where I buy all of my cars from and see if they can do something for me there, because Jesus Christ, sitting here running it in, revving it up, getting it all going, and then all of a sudden the drive shaft just stopped and all four wheels stopped spinning and just started smoking. So it looks like it's completely melted the gearbox or something inside the gearbox. So Hobby Warehouse can't help me out with this. I'll have to disassemble it all and fix it all myself. But yeah, I've never in my life had that happen. As you can see, it didn't even use the full tank of fuel. There's about half the tank gone there. So I'm gonna have to let this all cool down. It also started spitting out a lot of really dark sort of burnt fuel as well, so I turned down the richness and I pulled back the throttle, and yeah, it's just completely overheated itself for literally no reason at all. So I'll have to get in contact, but if they can't help me, then I guess I'm gonna have to disassemble this entire car just to try and get into that bloody gearbox. Okay, so after having some fiddling with it, two of the screws that were holding in the motor had actually come loose, meaning the whole thing was shaking around and not working correctly. So I've screwed those back in, I've restarted it, I've run it all in. So next time you see this car, it will be driving. I've fixed it up, small minor issue, out of the box. Never a good thing to have issues out of the box with any of these, but hey, if you know enough about what you're doing, you can generally fix most of the problems pretty easy. I'm just lucky that this was a really easy problem to fix on this particular car. And also, the brake pad had actually gotten completely stuck, so it wasn't opening or closing, so that would explain why I couldn't even roll the car, because it was completely jammed. So I've pried it apart, I've fixed it, I've gotten it running, it's running, it's working, so we're going to give it a drive now. So I know I said we were going to give it a drive before, but upon starting it up, we've had the screws come out of the pull start, and these motor mount ones have come out again. So it just appears this engine actually isn't really machined properly, or the mounts aren't machined properly, or there's something wrong, the screws don't want to stay in. So either I'm going to hear back from Hobby Warehouse, or I'm going to have to put some Loctite on all of the parts here in order to get this to actually run properly. But it's just a bit of a shame, you know. It's a really nice, like, look at how nice it is. It's such a nice car. But unfortunately, it's rendered useless by the fact that I can't drive it without fear of completely ruining it at the moment. So hopefully get a few things sorted out. And actually, funnily enough, while I was trying to get this one running, I decided to pull out my other nitro and had the pull starter on this brake completely, so I've had to pull it apart to sort of fix it all up. But got a new pull starter on order for this one, so hopefully when the new pull starter arrives and this one's working again, be able to show you this one as well. I actually do want to show this off. This is actually my favourite of all of my RC cars. It's called the Warhead, but yeah, this is my absolute favourite RC car that I own. There's all the screws here, just everything. The whole rear ends had to come off of this in order to get into this area here, but yeah, same with this one. If I have to end up doing work on this one myself, it's the same process. I'll just have to take these screws out, just pull this whole sort of back end off, get some Loctite in there. Hopefully that'll fix the issue. If that doesn't fix the issue, then may just have to order a whole new engine for this thing, which I really don't want to do because it's going to be really expensive and more trouble than it's worth in the long run, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Either way, I am going to get this to run. I want this to run. I want to use this. Tyres, all 4 of them, completely clean. Haven't been able to run it. Keeps popping screws and stuff out, so yeah, kind of a project on this one now, but I do really hope to get this one out quite soon. So again, got the pull start on order for this one, so hopefully once that arrives, be able to put this one completely back together. We'll get this one going. This one's great fun. It's a off-road as opposed to this one, which is an on-road. So as you can see, this one's also in the process of getting a nice big clean on it as well. Look at all that dirt. This is from last time I took it out bashing. Need to get a new air filter on there as well. But yeah, so hopefully both these Nitros will be up and running shortly, and we'll be able to finally test how fast this one goes. But yeah, a little bit disappointing, but hey, there's a solution to every problem. I've just got to figure out the solution to this problem. Hopefully it's Loctite, hopefully it's something simple, hopefully it's nothing that's going to break the bank, because, I mean, come on, let's face it, RC cars are good fun. Just, you know, unrelated note, I also built a Lego today just because I was a little bit frustrated at the point that I couldn't get this one running, so, we'll see what happens.